November 15th. I'm so excited y'all tune back in. I'm so excited it's my birthday. I'm 20, can you guess? 27. I think that's the right way for y'all. 27. I don't care about how old I am or that I'm getting older. That's cool. Age is just a number and I'm still just a kid inside. I'm super excited. Today I'm going to make my own birthday cake. I love chocolate and I love peanut butter, and Reese's is one of my favorite candies. So I'm going to make this 3-layered chocolate peanut butter ganache cake. I found the recipe on Pinterest. So again, it's not one of my grandmother's recipes, but I am so excited to try it, and it looks delicious, and I'm sure it will be amazing because all the ingredients sound amazing. So let's get started, and happy 27th birthday to me. Alright y'all, so I'm gonna wear this ridiculous hat as long as possible because it is my birthday and I'm still super excited. So I'm gonna put all this away. First things first is it says to preheat your oven. That's cool. I've already done that. Then it says in a large bowl to sift your cake mix. So this one actually calls for a cake mix and then you add some supplemental stuff, which my grandmother actually did a lot. She never really made the entire thing because she just always added stuff to it. So when you'd go into her basement, she had an upstairs kitchen and a downstairs kitchen. She was pro status for real, y'all. But anyway, when you'd go downstairs into her basement kitchen, she had so many boxes of cake mix. And so when she passed away, they had to go through and clean up most of that stuff. Although I think they cleaned it up before when she went to the hospital. So the first thing it says is to sift it. I bought my little sifter, which I have not even taken this off yet. I bought it off Amazon because your girl buys almost everything off Amazon. I was going to make this cool little Amazon cake, but that didn't happen because I don't have a way to print the labels. I probably could figure out some way to do it. No, I don't have the right type of Cricut for that. Cricut, whatever the hell you say. This really doesn't matter because nothing's going to go touch the outside of this. There we go. Cool, that's done. So now we're just going to sift it. I bought my sifter like 3 months ago because I went to do a recipe and it called for sifting your flour, and I was like, Nicole, you probably need to get yourself together and get a sifter. So I think I'm going to put the whole bag in here because it should fit. It looks like it'll fit. Just barely fits. That's cool. So then I believe you just... I'm sifting, y'all. I'm probably more sillier today because it's my birthday and I'm really excited about it. What's even funnier is when I went to Publix and I bought all this stuff, they were like, oh, celebrating a birthday? And I was like, yeah, I don't want to explain that I'm celebrating it by myself to record myself, but cool, yeah, I'm celebrating my birthday. So, and then she's like, oh, you're making your own cake. And I'm like, yep, making my own cake. I do have friends, I do have a family. Nah, it's cool. That's so interesting because there are like chunks in there that are not sifting, which is probably why you sift. That's cool. Those little chunks can stay there because I don't need that. I don't need that negativity in my life. Okay, cool. So let me scoop this off. Throw that in there. We are sifted. So then it says to set it aside. So I'm going to set it aside. Then from there we're going to start adding in our sour cream, our oil, our buttermilk, eggs, and the egg white. So it calls for 3 eggs and then an egg white. So I'm going to have to find a water bottle and try to separate it again like I did last time. So let's go ahead and add in, maybe I'll just use a spoon because I don't have a water bottle right now. Thought I grabbed everything I needed, but apparently I did not. I'm just going to stir this real quick because it's been in my refrigerator, and I did check the expiration date and we're good. Hopefully there's enough of this. There is. I'm just gonna have to use all of it. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, cool. So let's scoop this in here. This was 2/3 cup, by the way, of sour cream. That's good enough. You can go in there. Alright, and then we are going to put in our oil. Why does it go out of order? I hate when your instructions go out of order, as in like, usually you put all of your ingredients in the order that your ingredients go in. And then you have people like me that just go right off the ingredients and then we don't follow the instructions. Although I'm doing a lot better at following instructions when it comes to recipes. Okay, so then I need 1/3 cup. Of oil, and it said to use vegetable oil. She had a whole description about why you shouldn't use olive oil because that's got a stronger flavor, and why you shouldn't just use canola oil, and she gave a whole list of why you should use vegetable oil. So I went out and bought vegetable oil specifically for this because usually I don't have vegetable oil. So just so I explain myself. Then it says buttermilk. So she wants a cup of buttermilk. There go my eggs. Oh, gross. Okay, I swear each video I have like one towel that's specifically to put all my gross hands on. Okay, so here's a cup. And then it goes straight to the wash. Here's a cup of buttermilk. It says to whisk all this together, but you know your girl is lazy and likes her blender. There's a reason we have blenders, guys. Now we're gonna add our eggs. I know one of these eggs I cracked when I set it on the counter, which is surprising because usually these eggs are really, really hard. I think it was that one. Okay, cool. We got that. Now let me figure out how I'm gonna separate this, because your girl has no idea what she's doing. I think I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna throw the yolk in there. Grab 2 spoons and pray this thing doesn't crack. Okay, yolk is intact. We are good on that instance. Now let's see if we can scoop. Oh, done, pro. That was such a pro move. All right, so then it says, then you go ahead and add the egg white in there. All right, y'all, that was cool. Gross, but cool. And then you add in your vanilla. So it says 1 to 2 tablespoons of vanilla. So I'm gonna go for as much as I have, which is not even a full tablespoon. That's cool. I'm gonna go grab another thing of vanilla because that's not enough vanilla. So this time your girl got the really big thing of vanilla. So I'm gonna add just a tad bit more because I would have gone for the full 2 tablespoons, so I just did. Then it says to mix it until it's uniform all the way through. Alright, it's looking pretty uniform. So then we are going to add in our cocoa, then our flour, and then our chocolate chips. And I think by flour she means your sifted. Oh. Okay, so she adds in a 1/4 cup of flour because she lives in a higher altitude. I live in a lower altitude because I am in Florida, so I'm not gonna add that. So I'm gonna add in my cocoa and my chocolate chips and then my sifted cake mix. So, and she calls for mini semi-sweet chocolate chips. She also calls for Ghirardelli, but my Publix doesn't have Ghirardelli, and I don't like to go to any other store, so what they have, they have. So I'm just going to mix this up a little bit so I don't make a mess. But anyway, I already had the semi-sweet morsels already ready to go, so that's what I'm using. So this is a 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. She says to use high quality cocoa powder. I think Hershey's is as high quality as it gets, other than like Ghirardelli. And I'm using Special Dark. She just calls for regular, but this is what I have again, so that's what I'm using. Uh-oh, that's not on all the way. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna add in our 1/2 cup of mini morsels. Probably could have done that in the same thing, but that's okay. So we got our mini morsels in there. Those are good to go. I'll clean that up in a minute. And then we need to add in our sifted flour cake mix stuff. So let's go ahead and get this going. Give it some time to mix up a little bit before I add the whole thing. All right, cool. So we're mixed. We're good to go on that. I'm gonna lift this up a bit. Spin this just to clean those off a tad. All right. I ran out of paper plates, so I'm just gonna set it on this. One thing is, she says to bake it in 3 6-inch pans or 2 8-inch round cake pans, and I only have an 8-inch. I have 2 8 inches, and then I have 2 6 inches, so I don't have the extra third, and Publix didn't have the other cake round that I needed to make the 6, which I would rather have done because it would have been really cool to have it taller. So I think I'm still gonna do the 3 6 inches and just go ahead and make the 2 and then wait and make the other one after it comes out. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this parchment paper put together. Inside here, I'll probably sprinkle a little bit of flour in it just so that the sides don't stick, and then I'll pour. All right, so we have the 2 little guys done. I think I'm going to, I don't want to use an ice cream scoop, but I really feel like this is gonna make a mess. We'll be all right. All right, y'all, so here is, did I see that? I thought I saw, no. Okay, so here goes nothing for the first one. It smells delicious. I feel like I need to save all of the rest for the 3rd cake pan. Make sure I scoop that up, because I still need you. Alright, so I'm just gonna spread this out like I usually do, make sure I've got enough. And then this is gonna go in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. So it's gonna take me a little while to get all 3 layers done. But when I do, I'll come back and then we'll be able to start the next step. Alright, y'all, so next, the cakes are all cooked, they're ready to go. I'm gonna put them in the freezer for a little while so that they're like completely cooled off. I had to do all 3, so that took a little longer. But next we're gonna go ahead and make the butter, the peanut butter icing that you use to stack them all. So it says, let's see, it says to use 2 cups of unsalted butter, so that's here, and it also says to use cold, so these are a little chilled. Then you're gonna put your Skippy butter. First it says to put your cold butter on a medium speed and mix it until the butter is creamy. So let's go ahead and get that going. And that'll work on its own. I don't know how your butter is supposed to get creamy when it was supposed to be cold. I'm just gonna start adding more stuff. All right, so then we're gonna put in our peanut butter. And it says to use 3/4 cup of peanut butter. So, let's see. This is a whole cup, so I'm just gonna fill it up. Not completely, but that's pretty much 3/4 cup. So here goes this. All right, and it says to put that on high until peanut butter and butter are uniform throughout. Alright, it's pretty uniform. Next is going to go with the vanilla and the salt. So it says to add a tablespoon of vanilla. So there's our tablespoon. Then it says to add a pinch of salt. So I'm literally just going to dab this. That's probably a good pinch. And then you add slowly add in the powdered sugar, but it says to sift it first. So I'm gonna go ahead and, well, attempt to put this in here, I guess. This is like the worst. We are sifting. Now it said to use 4 to 6 cups of sifted powdered sugar. I'm making a huge mess. Okay. Ta-da! It's sifted. Alright, so we've sifted this. Now we get to add this to the mixture. It says the mixture will get clumpy, almost like cookie dough. And then you're going to add in that heavy cream 1 tablespoon at a time until you get it to the consistency you want. More heavy cream obviously means thinner buttercream, less means thicker buttercream. Uh-oh. I'm going to shake this up for a minute. Okay, I'm just going to put this in this little bowl so that I don't make a huge mess every time I need buttercream. And I need it for the chocolate ganache anyway, so let's go ahead and get this going. It's definitely clumpy like cookie dough. Alright, here's my first tablespoon. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 because it says to put at least 2 to 4. I'm thinking maybe 1 more. It's pretty thick. There. Now, yeah, so it says to whip on high for 3 minutes. This is just the stuff that's going in between, so I'm not gonna bother with that. So I don't like to waste my money on those little foldy bags, so I always just use a Ziploc, a cup, and then I just stick it in. So this is actually just for the in-between layers right now. Which really this is the consistency I would use for the top layer too. So I'm gonna put as much as I can in here. Cool. All right, let's try that. That's good. that's probably enough to do the middle. Maybe not. Maybe I need a little more. I probably have to make more of this stuff to be able to do the whole thing. It'll be right. Okay. So buttercream is locked in, loaded, and ready to go. So I always like to use the Ziplocs because they close. And then it's real easy for me just to cut off a piece right here and to be able to just pipe it. So let me get my cakes. So I'm gonna do this. I think this looks good. All right. So here are my cakes. This is the warmest one, so I'm gonna put it at the bottom. This is the guy that came out last. It said to freeze them in saran wrap in the freezer. That little bit is just a little bit of flour that I used. All right, so we are going to pipe this in the middle so that it sticks. So let's run this down. Cool. I'll start in the middle and work my way out, I guess. That is really thick. I am not a professional when it comes to this part of my life. Let's do a little dollop there. That's probably good, because we're gonna press this cake into it, right? So, press. It's gonna be a really tall cake. There is this. I think that looks good. Now, this is my last one. So let's press this on top. This is a super tall cake. Holy cow. So then we've stacked it and says refrigerate for 10 to 15 minutes, and then you frost the final cake layer, alternating between the piping bag filled with cocoa buttercream and the other buttercream in horizontal stripes. Okay, so it doesn't say to it doesn't say to do the top yet. So I think we'll do the top when it comes back out. So I put it on this thing so I can spin it and it's at my level. Yeah, let's just stick it in the fridge, I guess, for the 10 to 15 minutes that it says to. Okay, so while that is in the refrigerator, I'm gonna go ahead and make my other icing and stuff. Got all the icing off this. Let's push this down and let's I'm just trying to get it off the blender part. There we go. Alright. So now that I've made a complete mess out of the closer part, just push this down as much as possible. Okay, cool. Oh no. Alright, so this is ready to go. I'm not going to push anymore. I'm going to set it upright like that. And I'm going to clean up this little thing right now, because that's driving me nuts. Okay. Making your own birthday cake is a mess. Okay, so that was my buttercream one. That one's done. So now we have the cocoa buttercream frosting. So the first thing this calls for is the cold butter in the cocoa powder mixed until smooth. So here is the butter. Then I need 2/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. I'm just using dark chocolate. Doesn't say to sift it. So it's gonna go in there just like that. Then it says to use 3 to 4 cups of powdered sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this whole thing. I'm just sticking it in here so I don't make a mess. Make it bigger. I have to use the whole thing anyway. Alright, so here's this. So let's go ahead and start sifting. Alright, so that's been sifted. It's good to go. So then it says with your stand mixer, beat the cold butter and the cocoa powder until it's smooth. Then you add in your vanilla extract, the extract. Then you add in your powdered sugar and then a little bit of salt. And then you add the cream until you're consistent the way you want. I'm gonna plug this in here. I don't want this skin. Oh no. We're back. Did I not plug it in the right one? Then you add in your vanilla. So it calls for 1 tablespoon of vanilla. So there's 1. Then you're supposed to add in your powdered sugar. Oh, your salt. Just a pinch. Then your powdered sugar. So let's add in half. Looks good. Alright, so now we add in the heavy whipping cream until the consistency is what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and start with 2 tablespoons. I'm just going to go ahead and do 3 because this is really thick. This isn't even like the dough like the other one was. So it's still really thick, so I'm going to need some more. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 more tablespoons in there. I'm thinking 1 more tablespoon. And we should be at a good consistency. I just think that's really thick. And very sweet. I'm gonna add 1 more. And just because it's so thick, it's gonna be hard to squeeze out of that bag. So here's my cup. There's that. And I'm going to fill this whole thing. Oh man, I got it on the things. Okay, cool. Let's see if I can get that off. Cool. All right, it's sealed and ready to go to be put on the cake. So I'm gonna clean this up and come back with the cake ready to go. All right, y'all, so we're back. Looks like I got the Leaning Tower of Pisa going on a little bit. Let me move it just a little bit more center. So once it's stacked, then I'm supposed to frost the layers with peanut butter buttercream, and then alternate. So I think I'm gonna start with the top so that I can make it come down, I guess. I don't know what the best way to do this is. Yeah, let's just give me some buttercream up here. Cool. Looks like a dove. I'm gonna go ahead and grab another knife. So I'm gonna smooth this across. This doesn't have to be perfect because it's gonna get more stuff on top. Cool. It's actually gonna get like a glaze on top. I feel like I should have an excess buttercream spot. There we go. Okay, cool. So then I'm supposed to alternate between, I guess I should be doing this. Dude, I don't know. It's not gonna stick. Look. So the trick is to push it in. Oh shit. Shoot. That's all I said. I just wanna, like, I'm gonna do the paint scraper thing, like, not the paint scraper thing, the scraper thing like it says, but, oh shoot. But oh gosh. I just want the top to be like somewhat consistent and look good. Okay, cool. Then we take the ganache, which I have not cut my hole in yet. So the trick right now is to press into the cake. Oh my gosh, this is so much ganache. Cool. So then alternate. Don't fall over. Oh my gosh, I feel like a pro right now. That'll fill in. Look at that pro. All right, and then last one is this. I feel like I should do it towards me. Bam! Look at that. All right, so the last step is to, paper towel, wipe that off. The last step is to take a scraper, like a what's it called? A cake icing scraper and like level it out. But this is like the closest thing I have to that. And this is not really working that well. Shoot your shot when you see him. It's okay, he already empty. Okay, cool. So let's go this way. It's not really filling in. It's okay, you're already in my tea. Alright, that looks like the best that I'm gonna get. Okay, I need to leave it alone. There's so much icing everywhere. Okay, so then it says to run some of these little semi guys, these little guys along the bottom. That's probably the worst way to do that. Your girl is legit professional. Look at that. We are leaning, but we are professional looking. So then next, this goes back into the fridge to chill. And then we're going to microwave the chocolate and the heavy cream together, and then you pour it over top. Okay. Just going back to the fridge. I need to wash my hands first. Okay, so next comes the chocolate ganache. We're gonna do a half cup of these not these M&Ms, of these Hershey Kisses. That's a half cup. Then we are going to do a half cup of heavy whipping cream. This is a 1/4 cup that I'm using to measure, so that's why I keep going. Okay, cool. So we're gonna set that there, and then this goes in the microwave. All right, so this went in the microwave for a minute. Just gonna stir this, see if we can get it to come to a chocolate ganache type consistency, which I think I can. I think this is gonna be the best time to put this in a squeeze bottle because it is so liquidy. So I have these Wilton squeeze bottles, and this is too big. This one is not. Cool. So we're going to dump it in here. It is not going through. There we go. Okay, cool. So that's at the max line. We're good. We're gonna let this chill just a tad because I don't want... Oh shoot, well, it's okay. Then we add the drip, and then we add peanut butter swirls. So while I'm waiting on, while I'm waiting on this to cool, I do want to make another bag, and I'm gonna put the fancy decorator tip in it so that I can make little swirls and then make the peanut butter on it. So, how I use plastic bags for this. As a kid, my mom and I used to decorate a lot of cakes together, and she always used the bags. She always used the actual professional paper bags, and I always use these because it seals. So unless I'm applying a lot of pressure, it kept it sealed for me. So if you have kids and you're baking, this is definitely a good thing. And when I make smaller batches, I use just the little smaller guys, but I knew this needed quite a bit. So cut that, stick this little piece through. Ta-da, perfect size. Stick this guy on and then screw this shut. Make sure he's here. I'm gonna take this off of here just because I don't want to make a mess on that. And I'm literally, oh, let me clean that off. I got some chocolate ganache on it from when I was swirling the cake. I'm literally just gonna squeeze it through. I only need enough to make like maybe 5 little swirls, so I have plenty for that. Should have got a credit card or something to push this through. I'll use my heavy whipping cream, I guess. Better. Okay, cool. There we go. And that's probably all I need to make those little swirls for the Reeses to go in. Looks good. Perfect. I'm not going to squeeze too much because I'm not ready for that yet. Her stuff on hers is, this is a little lighter than mine is, but that's okay. It's still going to be just as delicious. Next is just the drips. I want to see how runny this is. It is very runny and my cake leans to the side. What is it going to do if it drips? We're just going to go for it. Now I want the whole top covered with this ganache stuff. So that's what I'm going for. She did not. And I'm also letting mine run a little longer than hers did, because I'm fine with that. Probably doesn't look as good as hers did. Oh, it ran all the way down. Well, that's okay. I'm gonna put this in the fridge and let it cool down and then do some more on top. I wish I could like, ta-da, you can only see one side. It's leaning so bad. But it's okay. So now I'm gonna make these little dollops for it. I'm gonna scoot this a little closer. There we go. So I'm just gonna go in a swirl. I'm gonna fill it all the way in, because I don't care. pretty. Okay, so now we've got to add these little guys in. So I don't know what the best way is to do this, except for just to push them in. All right, dudes, it is done. Ta-da! So pretty. Ooh. Ah. All right, y'all dudes. Bam! Look how cool this is. Ta-da! Happy birthday to me. I had to put up the 2 and the 7. Bam! Hopefully he doesn't fall over. Uh-oh, is this unlocked? Yep. Ooh, this fan's on and it's not, come on. Ooh, there we go. Once the fan stops, it'll go. Dude. Ta-da! So, happy birthday to me. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do the taste test. So, all right. I should have got a plate. Oh, look, magically I have 2 plates for this. So other than it's leaning and it's massive, it's delicious. I can't wait. There we go. So I'm gonna cut in. I feel like I need to have at least a Reese's, but this is a massive cake. Like, holy cow. I don't think it's even gonna fit on this plate. Ooh. Okay, so there's what it looks like in the middle. It tastes delicious so far. Did I just lose more stuff? That was really good. Let's get a piece with some ganache in it. This has some ganache. Yep. I'd say it's delicious. It was a success. Yeah. So, I'm trying to swallow all this before I talk. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate every like and every subscription and every view you guys give me. I love making things like this. Super cool and delicious, and then usually I take them with me and share them somewhere. So yeah, definitely give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and thanks for celebrating my 27th birthday with me.